When you look at what the EU has to offer, I mean, are they trying to play hardball, or is it literally that they just can't negotiate anymore because they don't even know who they're negotiating with?
Yeah, I mean, my impression is that there's just this deep frustration in Europe that you don't know who you're negotiating with. The Prime Minister is there, but she has very little power. And if her, as is rumored at least, if her attitude in the meetings with them is the same as when he has met with Corbyn and anybody else, where she gives very little away, she keeps her own counsel, then you're dealing with somebody you can't really figure out, and it's very frustrating. I mean, it's a waiting game, and so I think my impression is that, but I don't have access to the leaders, is that people are getting very frustrated.
Erik, what's the state of the city? You've been a great London watcher for years. We've got the SocGen news yesterday. I don't want you to talk about specific banks and certainly not UniCredit, but what do you feel is the state of the city right now looking to go into those summer months?
Again, frustration that we don't know what the game will be. I mean, it's we ourselves, and I suspect all the other banks who have many more people in London and much more complex setups than we have. We can just move to Milan or to Munich or one of our European headquarters. Is very easy, but if you're a Japanese bank or an American bank, it's not so easy where you go. And it's the uncertainty that tears on you. It is we don't know, and there is basically, as far as I can see, there's no real conversation about financial services. It's all about the trade in goods and cars and all the rest of it, but there's very little attention to the financial services industry. So yeah, I think we all have spreadsheets in our drawer that shows scenario A, B, and C, and this is what you do.
Erik, the concern, I guess, for the markets, right, is that everyone's saying, okay, let's take a breather, at least from the EU side. They're saying, 12 months, we'll have a better idea. Anything can happen in those 12 months. And if you're a trader, you don't really know how to price this. How would you price? Or do we even understand the impact of an economy? If this is extended 12 months and we could have a general election, we could have a second referendum, we just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. I mean, my personal view is, if I were a trader, I wouldn't be invested here then. I mean, it is just because it's so uncertain that, and you can't guess which way it goes. Or you can try to guess, but it's not economics, it's not finance. It's all inside the head of a few people and a power structure, which is, at least for me, very difficult to see how it pans out. If you put a gun to my head, I had to guess, I think we end up sometime later this year, next year, with a softer Brexit than what Theresa May originally thought. Something between her customs union in name, but not in reality, and Corbyn's customs union not in name, but it's a little bit softer. And that's possibly a bit good for the pound, maybe. I mean, if I had to go one way, I would say, if I were to invest, I would invest in things I feel I can understand and predict.